if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked, because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready, wide open, ready to go. It's called. Respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50 know that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could retire at 80-0. You go ever top that?
All right, real quickly.
Inside the ring, outside the ring, I don't care. Do it wherever you want to do it. That's what I'm built for this.
What happens when two of boxing's greatest legends collide? Roy Jones Jr. has just thrown down the gauntlet, publicly challenging Floyd Mayweather Jr. to a fight. Will Mayweather accept, or will this be the showdown that fans only dream about? Stay tuned, this story is about to shake up the boxing world. After years of simmering tension, the rivalry between Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr. has flared up once again. The latest spark came when Mayweather posted videos mocking Jones's knockout losses.
Because we didn't see him tonight. We saw the guy who got knocked out by Tarver getting knocked out by Glenn, and he is still out on the canvas and hurt badly. In our meeting yesterday,
a move widely seen as a direct shot at Roy's legacy. Roy Jones Jr. acknowledged the back and forth and the opinions that swirl around both fighters. He made it clear that he's aware of the games being played and the subliminal messages being sent his way by Mayweather. Roy Jones Jr. then issued his direct challenge. If you want proof that you're better than me, I'm always ready. I'm wide open, ready to go. Just call me. With this statement, Jones left no doubt about his willingness to settle the score in the ring. His challenge is not just about settling a personal feud, it's about legacy, pride, and proving who truly stands atop the sport. Roy Jones Jr. recently reflected on what set him apart from Floyd Mayweather Jr., highlighting how their motivations and approaches to boxing and fame were fundamentally different. Roy points out that distinct ambitions drove both him and Floyd. He acknowledges Floyd's mastery of the spotlight and his ability to thrive in the era of social media, contrasting it with his mindset.
No, we stood for two different things. He was a social media blowout. He blew it away. You feel me? And that fit his character, because he could do it, and do things the way he did it. He was smarter. I wanted to play King of the Hill. He didn't care to play King of the Hill. He wanted to play King of the
Right, of
field,
course.
which he did. And it did him serve him just what it was supposed to serve him, because he played it smart and he did it to a beautiful way.
Here, Roy is emphasizing that while Floyd was focused on building his brand and legacy through media savvy and calculated moves, Roy was more interested in being recognized as the best fighter in the ring, the King of the Hill. Roy also elaborates on how these different mindsets shape their careers and public personas. He credits Floyd for achieving exactly what he set out to do, but makes clear that his own goals were never about money or fame in the same way.
Anyway, he did it because, like he said, he wanted to be Floyd Money Mayweather, and he did that. You feel me? I didn't want to be Money Roy, I want to be King of the Hill.
After Floyd Mayweather Jr. appeared to mock Roy Jones Jr. online, the tension between the two boxing legends reignited. In a recent interview, a reporter brought up Mayweather's trolling, asking Roy how he felt about it and whether he saw it as a personal jab. Roy, known for his competitive spirit, didn't shy away from the topic. Roy said he did. That's fine. I went out of my way to troll him a little bit. Now, if you want to fight, come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't gotta stroll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know? This response shows Roy's willingness to move beyond social media drama, making it clear he prefers to settle things in the ring rather than online. The interviewer pressed further, asking if Roy had received any direct communication from Mayweather or his camp about a potential fight. Roy's reply highlighted both his openness to the challenge and the fact that he's not hiding from anyone. Parr added, "No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at and they know how to find me." Here, Roy emphasizes his accessibility and readiness, subtly putting the pressure back on Mayweather to respond if he's truly interested in making the fight happen. The conversation then turned to the nature of a possible bout. Would it be a lighthearted exhibition or something more serious? Roy's answer left no room for doubt about his intentions. Roy firmly stated, "Ain't going to be no exhibition. I want it real. Ain't no sense of being exhibition. What we gonna play for? We both fight for real. What we playing for? Want no exhibition? We make it real. Exhibition for people playing. We ain't playing. I ain't anyway." Roy underlined his seriousness and authenticity. He's not interested in a showcase or a friendly spar. He wants a genuine contest, standing by his words and making it clear he's ready to back them up in a real fight if Mayweather is willing to accept. Furthermore, Roy Jones Jr. added, "Well, I mean, I don't bother nobody. I'm authorized. I can have my own opinion. You got a problem with my opinion, then anything I say, I'll be willing to fight about. That's why I don't fuss much, because if I say it, I mean it. And if you want to do something about it, come on." Roy Jones Jr. has always been known for his fearless attitude and willingness to face any challenge, no matter the circumstances. In a recent statement, he made his position unmistakably clear.
All right, real quickly.
Inside the ring, outside the ring, I don't care. Do whatever, however, wherever you want to do it. That's what I'm built for this.
Roy's words reinforce his reputation for authenticity and determination, showing fans and rivals alike that he stands by his convictions and is always prepared to back them up, no matter the arena. Roy Jones Jr. was recently asked for his honest opinion on Floyd Mayweather's celebrated 50-0 undefeated record. The interviewer wanted to know if Roy truly respected the achievement or if he saw it as less significant compared to other boxing milestones.
Do you respect the Floyd 50-0, or is it like?
You gotta respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could retire to 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop.
After making this point, Roy transitioned to a broader historical comparison. He referenced legendary fighters from earlier eras who amassed even longer winning streaks, suggesting that while Floyd's 50-0 is remarkable, it isn't necessarily the pinnacle of boxing greatness. Roy's view is that longevity and undefeated status are important, but not the sole measure of a fighter's legacy.
Right? You got the 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect it?
Yeah.
You feel me? Right. So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but
right.
Come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0-0, and they let you do that?
Following this, Roy clarified that his critique is not rooted in personal animosity toward Floyd. Instead, he emphasized that his perspective is about the broader standards of greatness in boxing. For Roy, the quality of opposition and the context of each win are just as important as the numbers themselves. This viewpoint highlights an ongoing debate in the sport over what truly defines a legendary career. Manny Pacquiao was recently asked about Floyd Mayweather's comments regarding Roy Jones Jr. and the ongoing comparisons between boxing legends. Known for his humility and respect for fellow fighters, Pacquiao offered a thoughtful response that emphasized unity and inspiration over rivalry.
I don't like to, compare each other what we have done, but as long as we accomplished something that inspired the fans, inspire the boxing fans all over the world. And you're the contributor of boxing industry, like all of us. Because we cannot do that, like comparing each other like that.
After this, Pacquiao made it clear that he values the collective contributions of all boxers, rather than pitting their legacies against one another. Continuing, Pacquiao further distanced himself from the idea of measuring his own success against that of others. He explained that he doesn't want his accomplishments to be used as a benchmark to judge or diminish the achievements of fellow fighters.
I don't want my accomplishment in boxing to compare the accomplishment others fighters accomplishment. I don't like that.
With these words, Pacquiao reinforced his belief that every boxer's journey is unique and should be celebrated on its own merits, rather than through constant comparison. His reaction serves as a reminder that respect and inspiration matter more than rivalry or one-upmanship in the world of boxing. A senior boxing analyst on Blue Blood Sports TV recently discussed the tension between Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr., focusing on their differing views about boxing legends and legacy. The analyst explained that Roy Jones Jr. was upset by Floyd Mayweather's public claim that he was better than Muhammad Ali, a figure Roy considers an icon and a trailblazer for all boxers.
He said, how you gonna say you better than the GOAT? How you gonna say you better than somebody that paved the way for us all? How you gonna say, that you could beat Muhammad Ali? You a small guy. You understand what I'm saying?
This highlights Roy's respect for the sport's history and those who came before, and why Mayweather's self-comparisons to Ali struck a nerve. The analyst also addressed Floyd Mayweather's perspective, explaining that Floyd believes every fighter should aim to surpass their idols, not just admire them.
You get in this, yeah, you have idols, you have icons, you have people that paved the way that you look up to, but you get in it to be better than them, right? It's just like being a parent, right? You want your kids to be better than you, not equal to you, not on the same level, but you want them to be better than you. And that's how Floyd Mayweather looked at it. Yeah, Muhammad Ali paved the way. Yes, he's great, but guess what? I ain't getting in this sport for to say somebody's better than me.
This part underscores the difference in mentality. While Roy Jones Jr. sees honoring past legends as essential, Mayweather's approach is to use them as motivation to reach even greater heights. In a recent discussion, Showbiz the Adult offered a passionate take on the ongoing debate about whether it's fair or accurate to compare Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr., especially regarding their standing among boxing greats. Some fans and analysts have argued that Floyd's legacy eclipses Roy's, while others push back on that narrative, citing the eras and circumstances in which both fighters competed. Showbiz, known for his candid opinions, was responding to claims that Mayweather should be ranked above Roy Jones Jr.
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Right there, and you LOL'd it. So you don't know shit. You wanna know why that's so dumb? Because they both existed at the same time and nobody said that. When they were both occupying boxing at the same time, Floyd wasn't sniffing his jockstrap. And I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd and Roy. You can't even argue that because we were there. I was there watching both of them. No one mentioned Floyd with Roy. It's not like they're two different eras and you can't compare them. They were being compared and it wasn't even a question.
After making this statement, Showbiz emphasized that the revisionist discussions about Mayweather surpassing Roy Jones Jr. only gained traction after both fighters' primes had passed. He pointed out that during their overlapping careers, Roy Jones Jr. was widely regarded as the superior talent, and the idea of Floyd being on Roy's level wasn't seriously entertained by fans or analysts at the time. Showbiz's perspective serves as a reminder of how perceptions can shift over time and why it's important to consider the context in which these legends were actually competing. Roy Jones Jr. has always been outspoken about his respect for boxing legends and his views on mythical matchups. In a recent discussion, he addressed the common debate about whether Floyd Mayweather Jr. could have beaten Sugar Ray Leonard, emphasizing why he believes Leonard would always have the upper hand. Leading into his remarks, Roy Jones Jr. pointed out that many fans and analysts underestimate Sugar Ray Leonard's toughness and fighting spirit. He wanted to correct the misconception that Leonard's nickname Sugar meant he was just a slick, flashy boxer rather than a true warrior.
To me, people don't give him enough credit. People always say, well, Floyd would beat Sugar. No, baby, Floyd is not as nearly as mean as Sugar was.
You don't think you would have beat him?
How? How you gonna keep him off of him? Sugar is a dog. People don't, just cause his name Sugar don't mean nothing. Sugar is a dog. People don't give him enough credit for that.
With this statement, Roy Jones Jr. made it clear he believes Sugar Ray Leonard's aggression, toughness, and relentless style would overwhelm Floyd Mayweather Jr. According to Roy, Leonard's dog mentality set him apart, making him a far more dangerous opponent than many realize. Jones's comments encouraged fans to look past the surface and truly appreciate the grit and legacy of fighters like Sugar Ray Leonard, rather than just comparing records or styles. Andre Ward, a respected former champion and boxing analyst, recently weighed in on the ongoing back and forth between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Roy Jones Jr. His comments offered a candid and balanced perspective on both the rivalry and the legacies involved. Ward addressed the public exchanges between Mayweather and Jones Jr., downplaying the drama as something natural among elite fighters.
Them going back and forth?
Yeah.
They just fighters, man.
You think they should get it on? You think Floyd can get his weight up and they should get
I don't
it
think
on?
they're gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna do that.
Who was better in their prime?
I ain't getting into that, man. Y'all know how I feel about all three of them, but Roy was my favorite fighter of all time.
You try to emulate a little bit of his style.
I tried to emulate all three of them, Bernard, Floyd, and Roy, but Roy is my all-time favorite fighter.
Andre Ward's remarks highlight the mutual respect elite fighters have for each other, even amid public rivalries. While he refused to pick sides in the prime versus prime debate, Ward made it clear that Roy Jones Jr. was his personal favorite, and that all three, Roy, Floyd, and Bernard Hopkins, left a lasting impact on his own boxing style and career. As the dust settles on Roy Jones Jr.'s bold challenge, the boxing world stands at a crossroads. This isn't just about two legends trading words, it's about pride, legacy, and the pursuit of greatness. Roy Jones Jr. has made it clear he's not interested in exhibitions or social media skirmishes. He wants a real fight, a true test to settle the debate once and for all. Both men have carved out unique legacies. Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated tactician and marketing genius. Roy Jones Jr., the electrifying king of the hill who redefined what was possible in the ring. Their rivalry is more than personal. It's a clash of eras, styles, and philosophies about what it means to be the best. With voices like Manny Pacquiao urging respect and unity, and analysts and fans debating who truly stands atop the sport, this moment is a reminder of why boxing captivates us. The stories, the personalities, and the never-ending quest to prove who really is the greatest. Do you think Floyd Mayweather will accept Roy Jones Jr.'s challenge, or will this remain one of boxing's greatest what-ifs? If this fight were to happen, no exhibitions, just a real contest, who do you believe would come out on top and why? Does legacy depend more on an undefeated record, the quality of opponents, or the willingness to take risks and face any challenge? And finally, how do you feel about comparing legends from different eras? Should we celebrate each champion's unique journey, or is it fair to debate who was truly the best? Drop your thoughts, predictions, and debates in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going and see who the real boxing fans think deserves the crown.